Hey everybody, welcome to Fab Fit Friday. Today I'm going to be working on sort of I don't want to say selfish project, but I have to make my mom a new fidget mat. If you follow along with me, you may remember that I made a fidget mat for my mom months ago, and it was more like a mini quilt. Hi Jeannie, welcome. It was more of a, like a really like a mini quilt. Let me just fix my thing here. And as it turns out, I think it was so busy she did not use it. Hey, Christiana, welcome. So my dad asked me if I could basically put some snaps in a piece of fabric so my mom could play with the snaps and snap them and unsnap them, because she really worries her snaps on her bathrobe to the point where we're afraid they're eventually going to fall off. So I've come up with a simple snap project, and I'm going to show you how to make this. It's completely off topic, but just between me and you, I have been folding patterns for the past 2 days to get ready to go to the National ASG Conference next week. Hi Diane, welcome. Hi Linda Bridges. I'm going to be in Texas next week with you. I'm going to be at the National ASG Conference teaching. I'm so excited. Hey Carol, welcome. So I don't have any clothing related project to work on, and my dad basically reminded me gently again on Thursday, really, before you leave, could you make me this thing for mom? So that's what I'm going to work on today, because I have to get it done. I also have to pack and finish making, all of my kits for my classes. I am really excited. All of my classes are sold out at ASG, and that means I have 100 students that I have to bring supplies for. So I'm going to be packing extra bags and traveling heavy, but I'm super excited about it. All right, so let me just show you here. I'm going to switch my view to here. So what I've done is I've created a square with tabs. So the way this is going to work, let me just move my snaps out of the way here for a minute. I have a piece of, this is double-sided fusible foam that's going to support the center of my square. And then the tabs, what's going to happen is, if I have little snaps, I'm going to put 2, and it's going to snap like this. So I think this will be really simple. So when it's all snapped up, it'll look like a square like this. And then, I think this will be something she'll like to work with, I'm hoping. It is interesting when I go to, I go to my parents every Tuesday and Thursday to hang out with my mom, and sometimes I bring sewing projects with me. So I was cutting out Anna's, a dress for Anna there, and she really even likes to play with the scraps of fabric. So I'm kind of excited about this. Let me just stop and say hello here. Oh, Mary says she loves this blue top. Mary, this is the crossover cardi I'm wearing, and really, if anybody's interested in taking this with me, I have little shorts on, but you can wear it 3 ways. I'll just show you this first here. If you took the subscription box with Cool Stitches, this is one of the patterns from Cool Stitches, and I'm poaching it from that to make it into a class for stitches at home. So you can wear it open. You can also wear it crisscrossed if you put the buttons, so you can make it into a V-neck top, and then you can wear it tied. So it's a really nice thing to throw on if you're borderline hot or cold, or if you just want to cover your arms. I have just a plain yucky tank top on, so I thought I would throw it on to give myself a little bit of pizzazz for today's Fab Fit Friday. But I will put a link to this class in the description below. Also, keep in mind, I have kits that you can purchase this fabric. I have it in 2 different colors. I have a, other colors, and you can, if you go to the link that I'll post below this video, there are links to all the fabrics I have left. One of the fabrics did sell out, and I only have one more kit of the striped fabric. So if anybody's interested in taking this class, you really need something really sheer, so you can see, like literally, you probably can see me through, because if it's not sheer fabric, then it doesn't tie nice. So if anybody would like to join me for the crossover Cardi class, it's going to be in July, the weekend after 4th of July. Carol is driving, Carol says, wait, what did Carol say? Carol says, driving, so may have to disconnect, but need the name of the book you use for adjustments. Okay, so if Carol's talking about my pattern adjustments, the book I keep on speed dial for myself is, it's Fitting and Pattern Alterations, a multi-method approach to the art of style selection, fitting, and alterations. Elizabeth Leachy, Janeth Rasband, Della Pottsberg, Steinecker. Okay, you can get this on Amazon. There is a newer version than this, so if you don't have the red cover, that's okay. There's a newer version now. So Carol, that's the book. All right. And please don't watch me while you're driving. Be safe. All right, so here's, oh, hi Anne, welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna switch my view back over here. So the first thing I'm gonna do here is, I am not going to finish these edges. This is a double face Ponte knit, and really the reason why I'm using it for this project, this was a really expensive, it's a very, very nice Ponte knit. But one thing about it that makes it tricky to use for garments is the inside is wool and it's itchy. So after I got it home and washed it, I'm not really sure what I would make from this. Maybe I can make a vest from it, but I don't want anything against my skin because this itches. So this is the perfect fabric to use for this project. So I'm just going to give the center of this a press to adhere this double-sided foam to give the center of the square some stability. And I'm going to put all of the outies here, so when it's snapped up, you'll see the pretty parts of the snap. So the pretty parts of the snaps, or the, you know, the side that you should see, will be here once it's sewn. So the first thing we're going to do is, I've heated up my iron, and we're just going to press that together. And like I said, this the foam I have in there is double-sided fusible, so it will in fact fuse both at once. So I'm going to see if my iron is hot enough and steamy enough to get through this thick Ponte knit. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I think I'm going to really have to let it sit here for a second so the heat can get in there. So let's just see if it's starting to adhere. Mary's asking if I'm going to use different colored snaps. I am going to use, I have the little bronze ones, I have bright silver, I think I have a couple gold, no gold, but then on two of the flaps I'm going to use a bigger silver. So that's what I'm going to just use for now. In the case of making this for my mom, I really don't think she cares about the color. I was really surprised that she didn't like to play with the one that I made her previously, because that had all different colors, it had different snaps, it had buttons, it had pockets, and I just think it was just too complicated, or just there was too much going on, and she really didn't get it, that it was something she could, you know, snap and unsnap. Alright, so I'm just gonna fuse this on. And if it's not 100% fused, it's okay, because I also will stitch through it. So after I fuse, Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm going to sew around the edges to put those, you know, I'm going to sew it into the layers all together. And I've already tested a snap through the foam, so I know it's, you know, I know that even the small snap will go through that thickness. And then I was going to put the backs, you know, against in between, but they really seat in there right nice and flush, so I'm just going to have them be on the underside like that. All right, and I have something else exciting I want to talk about. So while we're fusing, I'm going to tell you something else I'm working on. I don't think Google, I don't think Google reached out to me because I'm super special. I think they probably reached out to a lot of YouTubers, but they asked me if I wanted to beta test their Google storefront, and I decided to do that because what it basically is it's a one-page website where you can find all my stuff and all my social links on one page. And the reason why I wanted that, and also the other part of it, is I'll be able to open or start using what they call a merch shelf on YouTube. So if you're, you know, watching a video very soon and you see, like, let's say I'm wearing the crossover cardi and you want to get that pattern, you'll be able to buy the pattern right under my video or right on YouTube without having to go to a separate link. I'm super excited about this. It's probably will be fully functional by the end of July. It's been a lot of work. I had to sign paperwork with Google, and I've been setting up my storefront. I only have 5 things on there right now because I'm so busy with everything. But going forward, if you're an international subscriber or follower, the payment gateway for my, you know, this Google storefront, or to purchase things directly from YouTube, is going to go through Stripe instead of PayPal, because I had a customer from the Netherlands and she wanted to buy my skirt pattern, but she didn't want to use PayPal. And at the end of the whole discussion, I ended up just giving her the pattern because I wanted her to have it, and we just couldn't figure out how she could pay for it without going through PayPal. So now I will have a second way that you can access my patterns and my downloadable things, or all the things I offer, and you don't have to pay with PayPal. So I'm kind of excited about that. All right, I'm just flipping this over, and I'm going to just fuse it from this side as well, and then we're going to sew it. So I am kind of excited about that as well. All right. Okay, I'm just stretching the knit to cover the foam on this back side. So like I said, I'm just going to stitch really close to the edge. These edges are very stable, so they're not going to shift around, and they won't fray. So I think just to keep it simple and to make sure I catch everything, I am just going to throw in some pins here. I'm just going to pin it all the way around. And then we're going to sew, and then we're going to start installing snaps. So I understand this is not like a super duper complicated project we're working on today, but I have a lot of stuff to do to get ready. And I want to get this done, so I'm bringing you on my mom project. So thank you for joining me. So I'm just going to throw these pins in, and then we're going to stitch it around. My dad kept saying, don't make it too complicated, don't make it too complicated. So I'm hoping this will be a nice simple design. I think it's simple. Wow, I don't think I need to pin as much as I'm pinning. Just put a pin here, put a pin here. All right, so I'm going to get my sewing machine, And we're going to do that, and then I'm going to put the snaps on. Probably I don't need to pin where the foam is fused, actually. All right. Okay, so let's get the sewing machine over here. Oops. Okay. All right, so I've got my sewing machine. I'm gonna zoom into there. And I'm just gonna use the blue fabric that I have, the blue thread that I have here. And I think I'm just gonna very simply start sewing. And I'm gonna sew probably about a 1/4 inch away, maybe, no, like 1/8 of an inch away. So now I'm just gonna sew this. When I get to the corner, I will pivot. Oh, look at that, I put my pins in backwards. Of course I did. All right. So if she really loves this, like let's say this is the thing and she loves it, I can make a like a nicer finish. But for now, like I said, I just want to make something she can try to use. I know it will definitely give her bathrobe a break. Okay. Wow, I really did a good job with these pins. You know, and I think having the 2 layers of this Ponte knit will make it substantial. All right, and then in places where it's not even, I will just trim that up and make that even. Hey Kay, welcome. I'm making a fidget mat for my mom. Oops. You know what I should have done? Now I'm watching this and the way it's not matching up exactly perfect on all the edges. I should have cut the top layer and left the bottom layer square, and then I could have cut it to match after I sewed it. So that's something I could have done. All right, we're almost done here. Okay, so the other thing is my dad wants one of the hats that I made, the bucket hat. So I'm going to be working on that for him as well. But he told me to prioritize this project over the hat. All right. Also, sometimes it's fun for me just to work on something that's not fitting, you know, something that's just a fun little project. All right, so now I've gone all the way around. So let's just give it one more press here because it got a little stretched out. So I'm just gonna, let's give it a little steam-o and see if we can steam it back into shape. I didn't want to put that foam on the tabs because I didn't want them to be stiff, because I wanted to be able to just reach over and put, you know, snap it. And I didn't want any parts that, like, I didn't want to make separate snapped parts. So that's why I made this little shape where I could have the tabs be attached. All right, so I think that that's laying nice and flat. All right, so now what we're going to do is, I think what I'll do is we'll work with one tab at a time. I've got my big hammer, and like I said, I practiced doing a snap already, so I know it will go through nicely, and it is on there really secure. So we'll start with two. Let me just cut this even. This is bugging me. Okay, we're gonna start with this tab right here, and let's do this color. So I've got my 4. I'm gonna put 2 smaller snaps on the on 2 of them, and then I'm going to put 1 bigger snap on the other one, because the bigger snap is harder to snap and unsnap. Yes, Kay, I know. Kay says it's fun to sew without having to fit. I know what you meant. All right, so I'm going to do these. Let's do these. You know, and also, if you're a snap user, it is beneficial to work with snaps on a regular basis, because if you don't, then you have to remind yourself which of the pieces go. So if you need a little review for that, let me just get right in there so you can see. Let me make it a little bit brighter. Okay, so for the snaps, the top or right side of the snap goes with this innie piece, and then the button and the back of the snap, this little post, are for the outie of the snap. So what I'm going to do here is, I think, if I'm going to do 2, they obviously have to line up. So I'm going to take my chalk ruler, my chalk and my ruler, and I'm just going to create a guide to put these. So let's do, I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch from the edge. I'm just going to draw myself a line like this. Okay, and then I'm going to draw myself, let's go 1.5 inches away, and I'm going to draw another line. You know, and so then if I put these 2 snaps here, okay, right here and right here, oops, right here and right here, then I can measure. So from the fold, it's 2 inches. So I'm going to measure 1 3/4, because I don't want her to have to stretch it all the way. You know, I want her to have to reach to snap it. So let's try this. So if I put these snaps right here, it'll fold to here, and I think that'll be okay. All right, so the next step is we're going to make a hole, and what we'll do is we'll work with the tops first. So I'm just going to go right here, and I'm going to create a hole in my knit, and then I'm going to take a I'm going to take the top of the snap, and I'm going to stick it in there like this. And actually, once I make the hole, I think I have to make it go in the direction I'm going to be sticking that post. And then I'm going to stick the post in like this. Then I'm going to take its partner piece like that. Okay, so this little cup comes with my little kit of snaps. So I'm just going to stick the flat side of the snap down on there, and then I'm going to use this tool that's narrow, and I'm going to stick it in there, and we're going to pound it down. So now we have a nicely installed snap, the top of the snap. Hi Diane, welcome. I'm making a fidget mat for my mom that just has snaps. That's what we're working on today. So I've got one. Let's do the other one right here. You know, and I also understand if you see me put on a snap and then you're done watching me put on snaps, I totally get it if you're not going to stay and watch me do this project. I wanted to visit with you guys, and I wanted to tell you there will be no FabFit Friday next week because I'm going to be at ASG, but I will be back Sunday night. It's going to be a quick trip. I'm going in Wednesday, and then I'll be back on, you know, I'm leaving Sunday at 5:30, so I'll be back in Connecticut pretty fast. So it won't affect my Fit Tip Tuesday for next week. I'll be able to get all that done in the week after. So when you're doing this side of the snap with this tool, you can almost feel the metal reach the base of the thing. So it almost, if you're paying attention as you're pounding, you'll kind of get a clue when you can stop pounding, because you can feel it giving and squishing. Then all of a sudden you hit like a wall. So that's that. Now I'm going to come over here, and here is where we're going to put the outies. So I'm going to create a hole right here, and this is where I'm going through the foam and everything. So I'm going to make sure I make a nice hole through like that, and then this post is going to go through the hole. So I'm going to push the hole back this way. I'm just going to stick it in there. Now this is the one I tested, so I know this works. I just have to get the hole big enough to get the post to go through. So I will be posting from my classes next week at ASG. Thursday all day I'm teaching happy pants fitting, and then on Friday I'm teaching T fitting, the great rub off, and easy fit and sew yoga pants. So I don't remember when those other classes are. I know Thursday is happy pants, but I will be posting from the classroom. I'll send you behind the scenes from ASG. And I'm going to be staying with Carol from Ditto Form, so I'm kind of excited to roommate with her. We'll have all sorts of fun to talk about. Okay, so now you can see with this one, we have this little hole in the back side of this. So I'm going to flip over the cup so I can center that hole on that little nub. And that's what keeps that nice and secure there. And then I'm going to switch to this tool that has the little hole in it so I won't squish my little hat I'm going to attach right there. So now let's tap that on. Let's try it and see if it snaps good. Yeah, see? I think that's going to be good. Alright, so I've got that one snap. And then let's do this one. Alright, so if you're getting... Oh, Kay wants to know what tool I'm using. Alright, so here's the good news, Kay. This right here is actually a tool that bookbinders use. It's like a stiletto on... It's like a stiletto on crack, really. It's very, very sharp, and it makes really good holes. You could use a regular stiletto. You could use an eyelet cutter, whatever you need to do to make the hole. The rest of the tools come with the snaps. when you order the snaps on Amazon, they come in these plastic cases, and then all those other metal parts that I'm using as tools come in the case. So, you know, if you look on Amazon, you can find a set that's all ready to go, and really the only other thing you're going to need is something sharp to make holes. My set came with an eyelet cutter, but it's really dull. It doesn't work, so that's why I'm using this. So after I show you these snaps, I'm going to show you how to use the tools to put in these small snaps to put in bigger snaps. Because I bought some bigger snaps at Joann's, and I thought I had the tools that are designed for the bigger snap. And I probably do somewhere, but I can't find them, so I figured out a way to use the same tools to do a bigger snap. So I will show you that in a minute too. Alright, so now I'm going to stick the back of this on the little nub, and then I'm going to stick the hat or the belly button there. We're going to use this. Oh, also you need a hammer. So this is my husband's hammer. Alright, so see, now these are matched up, and I'm going to snap them. So see, I think that's kind of cool. So now on this one, let's do a big snap. So for the big snaps, because they're bigger, I'm just going to do one, so it'll be like this. It's a little bit of a heftier snap, and the pieces are a little bit heftier. And here's the thing, if you are only going to do snaps every now and then, Kay says the one with the point in the hook on the other end. Yep, this is a tool they use for book binding, and I purchased it from a woman who came to one of my shirt fitting classes many moons ago. Like, she had them, and I just bought one from her. So I honestly don't even know where to get them. But I would look up book binding tools online, and I bet you'll find it. So it is quite, I have no idea what this curved edge is for, but I'm sure they use it for something. Oh, Kay says, I have those. The book tool was a new thing. The hook piqued my interest. All right, and then Mary says, what about having one snap on the other side? Well, I'm gonna put one snap here. Is that what you mean, Mary? I'm just gonna put one right here. One snap on the other side of what? I guess I don't know what you mean. Let me know. But what I was going to say is, if you don't do snaps very often, like, you know, I did snaps for my French Jean class and then I put them away. I always keep a sample. So this is the sample snap for the bigger snap that I figured out how to use the tool with. If you keep a sample, I keep it in the box with my snaps, then I'm going to remember which pieces go together when I want to do it again. So that's like my cheat for remembering. So for the shiny silver, I need this piece to go with it. So those two pieces go together, and then on the flip side we have this, and where's the other part? That and that, wait a minute. This is why it's good to have, let me just get all my pieces here. Oh, this one right here. So this is the post. Oh, you mean fold the whole thing up like this? I was thinking of that. Maybe I will put one there and there and see if she does that. Yeah, that is a good idea, Mary. We'll put one of those on there on the end after I get all the other snaps done. Is that what you meant, to do this? Like this? Or did you mean, well, all right, let's see. Did you mean fold it in half like this, Mary? Let me know if that's what you mean. Because I was thinking about putting them here and here and here and here after. All right, so for this one, I am going to center this snap in the middle of the tab, so it's going to go right here. So I'm just going to draw myself a line straight out from there. And some of my tabs are different, a little bit longer. So this one's 4 inches. So there's the middle. So we'll go 3 3/4 over here. So this snap is going to go all the way over here. Oh, wait a minute. No, if I have it be from here to here, it's, I'm sorry, 3 1/3. So we'll go 3 inches. I'm sorry, 3 inches. I almost made a boo-boo. It's going to go right here. Not right there. All right, so I'm going to take my tool and make a hole here. And I'm going to stick this shiny thing in here. Let me just make it bigger. Oh, Mary says, or the smaller tab have 2 on the other, on the one side and 2 on the opposite side. Kay says, I think she means flip it to the other side. All right, let me just see here. Let me just get this going over here for a second. I honestly, I'm just very curious to see if she will even use this, because like I said, she did not use the one that I made that had all the fun stuff on it that I thought was fun stuff. So, you know, I'm very curious to see if she'll use it. All right, so you can see here we've got the flat, so I know I'm going to put my cup, the flat side of my cup, like that. And then I am going to use this pointy one will open up that silver, the post a little bit. So I'm just going to tap that a little bit. And then with that open, then I'm going to use the flat side of this one to smash it down. And that's how I'm going to get that to stay. So you can see what it does is it smashes that down in there. Okay, so that's how you use a tool that's not for the actual snap. All right, now so for this one, I am going to make my hole right here. And then I'm going to flip it over and go this way. All right, so I'm going to take the post and I'm going to shove it in here. It's like I always find that these holes, I think I'm making a giant hole, but then they close up. So that's why I like using this tool, because I can shove it in really far, like this. You gotta kind of be mean to it. Well, this is a tough one. Make my hole a little bit bigger. All right, I'm gonna have it ready right when I take it out, pop it right in. Oops. Yeah, this is a tough one. I'll get it though. Maybe if I'm gonna lay it, so I'm gonna use the sharp thing to try to open the hole from the top side here. I just want to make sure I get all the fabric away from the top of the post so I can really get that to go in. Okay, so I've got that exposed right there, the post, and I've got all the fabric off the top of it. Then I'm just going to very carefully put the thing under there. And then we've got the outie, which I'm going to do the exact same way. I'm going to use the skinny little tool to open up the thing a little bit. And then I'm going to use the flat one to smash it down. Oh, but I have to, oh, but wait a minute, I have to use this one. Oh, and that did not work. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess I didn't. All right. Let me take this out. All right, so that one's rejected. Let me get another one here. Hold on. Okay, so I think for this side, I just used the, I think this just did it. Oh, that's not working. How did I get that to go in there? Huh. Well, that's interesting. I have now come to a, I mean, look, I got it to work, see? And I can see that this outie, that inner thing is not crushed. So, just see something here. Oh, maybe I manhandled that a little bit too much. Let me try it again. I hope I don't run out of pieces here. All right, here's another one. Let me try this one more time here. Okay, let me see. All right, so it's there. This is going to go here. And then I'm just going to make sure this, those are the only tools I have. Let me just do it gently at first. Did it work? I think it did. Let me see. Oh no! Alright, so this snap is not working. What am I going to do now? Alright, so maybe the foam is too thick for this snap. Alright, so I'm going to have to think about that because now I have a hole here and I've got this here, but I can't get this to stay because I keep crushing it sideways. All right, so I'm not feeling so fabulous now. Let me see something. I think I only have one more base. It needs to be, where'd this go? Like, this needs to, all right, I'm gonna have to think on that now because now I've got this snap here and I've got a big honking hole there. All right, we're gonna skip over that one and we're gonna move on and I'll figure out what to do with that. I really don't want to give up on it though because I mean, I did it. It worked. All right, well, I will get back to you on how I fix this now that I've crushed a bunch of them. All right, so let's go to this one. I'm gonna do this one next, and then I'm gonna figure out how to fix that later. All right, so again, I'm gonna make 3/4 of an inch. And then let's make it 3/4 of an inch. And then 1.5 inches. Alright. And then this is going to measure from here to here is going to be 3.5 inches to here. So I'm going to go 3.5 inches to here. Okay, so these snaps are going to go here and here. So now I'm going to do these. So we'll put the bright silver ones here. So this is going to be an Audi. So I've got a silver Audi. Oh, I'm sorry, that's an innie. I'm sorry. And then I'm going to use the matching cap for it. Stick this on here. I'm going to use this. Got that one on. Do this one. Oh, Diane says if all else fails, sew your little sample over the hole. I can do that. I could sew the flap down and then my mom will try to get that snap out and it will never come out. That might get that might be something funny for her to puzzle over. I don't know. I'll tell you, it is hard, you know, watching my mom. But it is amazing, though. If you ask her how she is, she will say she is wonderful. And my dad continues to be my superhero, so I really can't complain about the situation because we're making it the best that we can. I mean, if anybody's new to watching this, my mom has Parkinson's and Alzheimer's it's getting pretty bad now. And I spend my Tuesday and Thursday mornings going down there to spend time and help out. Alright, so I've got those two done. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to do, so this is going to be for one of the Audis. So I'm going to poke it over here. Hey Kathy, how are you? Oh, I didn't say hi to you before. I'm so sorry. Thank you for watching. So is anybody watching going to the National ASG Conference? It's been so long since I've been. I'm kind of excited to, you know, attend and see some of my friends from ASG. Kind of excited about that. Alright, so we're going to just do this. Alright, and let's do this one. something rolled away. My tools are rolling away. All right, let me see here. All right, so I'm going to put this post here. Oh, Andrew's not going this year? Oh. Well, this is the first year since 2017 that I have attended this, because every other year Stitches was having an event the same weekend, and I elected to just do Stitches because they were having me come to every event. So they were on my calendar, and they announced their dates before ASG, so it was a little bit frustrating for me because I really wanted to do both. All right, so we have 2 sides done. I definitely have to test the durability, because you know my mom will snap and unsnap these things to death. If she fancies it, we'll see. All right, so let's take a look at what we have here now. All right, so we've got, I don't understand why this one won't work. I did it right here. I wonder if it was just a fluke that I magically just got it to, I mean, and it's really on there too. I can't get it off. And I know I used this skinny end to go in the hole because I have no other tools to use. So I'm a little kerflunkled. See, I thought that would be cool to have different size snaps. So like have a big snap, have little snaps. I think I'm going to try it one more time because I have one more post. Let me just try it one more time. Okay, so I've got it right there. I'm going to put this one, let's use a new one. I'm going to put this one right here. It's in there. All right, I'm going to try it one more time. I'm not a giver-upper. I'm going to go really slow. I can see it's not. Yeah, I don't understand that. I am really annoyed. All right, so obviously I can't get that snap to work on this fabric, so. Oh, what if I take this? I can do that. Is this what you meant, Diane? Oh, you did. You said put the sample over the hole. So I could take this sample, and I'm going to sew over the hole. This is going to be Diane Bacon idea right here. I'm going to tidy it up, and then I can do this. So that will fix that one. Diane is brilliant. She gets... I hit it really hard. You know what the problem is? These... Okay, so see? I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm... See how the post is bending over sideways, like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. See it? I don't know if you can see that. On my sample, when you look into it, that is straight up and down. So I don't know, maybe, I think it might have been a fluke that I used this to get it in there. But see, look it stands in there. Like, so it fit inside that post, and it just widened it out to snap it down. But I'm going to do this idea. I'm going to do this for this one. So because I don't have any more, I've wrecked all my posts, I think. I don't have any more big ones, but I do have gold. Let me see if I have enough to make a gold one. So I have this. I'm gonna have to buy more snaps. I've got that. And then I've got, do I have a gold? Oh, I don't have a gold top. So that means I'm gonna have to use silver. I'll use silver, I guess. Silver. Alright, so this is gonna be like a test to see Diane to the rescue. Yeah, the post probably wasn't long enough. So I'm gonna salvage that by, I'm gonna zigzag that on right over the hole to fix that one. And then to do this one, we'll have mismatched. We'll have a gold. See if she notices. Oh, and then I'll need a silver. And then I'll buy new snaps. Maybe I'll buy colored snaps. If she likes this, I'll make her, I can make her, more. But we'll do mismatched snaps here for the last one. I have enough of that to do silvers. Alright, so that's what we'll do for this last one here. Alright, well thank God I saved my sample. And even if I keep this in my box, I'll know which two go together, so obviously the other two are the other two parts of the set. So I'll keep this as a guide for how to put these big snaps together, and then I will put that one over there. Alright, so again, I'm going to just do this 3/4 of an inch, and then just go like this. And then we'll do 1.5 inches. Okay, and then this is 2.5 inches from here. So we'll go 2.5 inches to here. Alright, my last set of snaps right here. I know, bad snap. Bad snap. Thank God I had that sample. Alright, so I'm going to poke this through here. Put my silver cap on there, like this. And I'll put this on here. I don't want to say it out loud, but just between you and me, I'm really excited. I haven't smashed my finger yet. Alright, so we've got... So when my dad came up with this idea to just make us something to snap, he goes, I could do it. He goes, I'm thinking I'm going to make Mom something that has snaps, just snaps. I'm like, Dad, I'll do it. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Those appear to be on really good. So now I'm gonna do my last two snap things here. Alright, so we'll put the gold one on first. See, I kind of thought the little ones they're smaller, so I really thought that the bigger snap would be more heavy duty and it would be easier to put through the foam, but I guess I was wrong. Because the snap I was having trouble with is actually a bigger snap. like for coats and different things. So that's why, of course, if I had the proper tool for it, then it probably would have worked. That's my other issue. I'm trying to use the tool that doesn't match. Alright, so here's my gold one. And then I'm going to do the last one right here. Alright. I mean, at least I have snaps. So my plan is I'm going to go over on Tuesday, the day before I go to ASG, and I'll drop this off with some yummy tuna casserole for my dad and some other things, because on Thursday I won't be able to go because I won't be here, so I want to make sure I have everything they need before I go. Of course, my brother and sister are super helpful and involved too, so they'll be fine if I leave for a couple days. Alright, last one. Alright, let's see if these snap. Alright, so see, I think that's kind of cool. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do, I think. I'm going to cut this. You know what I think I'm going to do? Just to give it a little stability. Well, no, I don't think that's going to matter. Never mind. I was going to put some foam under there, but I think I'm just trying to decide if I should finish these edges, because this is denim and it's going to ravel a little bit. But that might be cool. Let me cut it into a neater square. I'm just going to trim it so it's a little bit, you know, like this. Okay, and then let me just get it right over that hole like this, and then let me just pin it on. Just want to make sure, yep. I like Kay's bad snap, bad snap. Alright, here, we'll finish this project up. I'm just going to put all my other tools back in my box so they don't jump all over the place here. Alright, so let me get my sewing machine back over here. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I think I should be able to use my triple zigzag stitch and just zigzag right on the edge. Is that, oh. I just want to make sure that's sharp so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, then I'm going to go here. I don't need that pin anymore, I don't think. So as I'm pivoting in the corners, I'm pivoting with the needle as far as I can get to the right. That way when I'm pivoting, it's on the outside edge there. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I've got it on there, but there's some play because it's pretty far from the snap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my zipper foot on, and I'm going to stitch really close to the base of the snap, and that will finish that'll finish it up for me. So I'm going to move my needle all the way over here, and then I'm just going to stitch as close as I can to the snap all the way around here. Maybe then I'll know I'll go out in a little bit farther. So I'm basically doing like some circles here just to make sure it stays. And this thread is blending right in. Alright. Alright. Alright, so I think in the big scheme of things, this actually works out okay. I'm going to cut this. Alright, so I think I have a little snap thing. Ta-da! We have a snap fidget. Alright, so I was thinking of putting one here so we could snap it in half. Oh, there's my stitching, you can see. See? I went around in a circle. Just cut these extra threads. You see, that's what it looks like on the wrong side, see? Okay. Alright, so I've got my snap thing. I was thinking of putting one like this so it can be snapped in half. So I could put one here and here, and that would fold it in half. But I don't know if I need that. I think I'm just going to see if she actually uses this, because like I said, she didn't use the last one I made. But I think this one's a lot more straightforward in terms of, you know, being easy for her. So I think I'm going to call it a day with this project, and we'll see what she does with it, but I'll report back to you and let you know. Oh, Diane says, perfect, what a great idea for charity work for our local ASG chapter. Yes, Diane, I will make a pattern for this, and I'll put it in our J Stern Design group. So if you want to just download this shape, then, you know, you won't have to think about the shape. I mean, not to say you couldn't think of the shape yourself, but since I already know this works, I could make a little pattern and I'll stick it in the group. So if anybody wants to make this for someone they love who needs activities, I think this would be good. Alright, so that would be my Fab Fit Friday for today. I will be doing a Fit Tip Tuesday video. I don't know what it's going to be yet. So there will be a video on Tuesday. There is no Fab Fit Friday next week, so I'll be in Texas. But like I said, I will be posting you know, what I'm doing at ASG next weekend. So I hope you guys are enjoying this first full week of summer. I'm still working on getting my pool to turn clear. But, you know, I'm going to work on it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. And I will see you back here in 2 weeks. Okay, so no Fab Fit Friday tomorrow. I mean, next week. It'll be the week after. All right, and then really, I don't think I'm traveling anywhere until October, where I'm going to have to miss a Friday. So I should be with you every Friday between now and then. It should be really exciting. So thank you guys for joining me. Like I said, I will put a pattern for this in the J Stern Designs Fit Sew Embroider group. So if you want to do this as a charity sewing project or make one for someone you know who would love to do some snaps, you know, you'll have a starting point. You can feel free to customize the size or the shape or whatever. But in any case, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Mary says safe travels. Thank you, Mary. I'm actually going to bring a knitting project. Let me show you. you know, I have all of my knitting friends from Stitches events, and one of them works at Lost City Knits, and this yarn is a dyed linen. So when I get off, I'm going to have my daughter help me make balls out of the, you know, out of these hanks of yarn. You knit 3 rows together, and I'm going to be making, let me show you the pattern. I'm going to be making this skirt right here, and you can see it's got some sheer stripes. So I'm going to keep my sheer stripes in a PG level for my height, but I'm going to make it shorter because I want it to be just to my knee. So I'm going to make it a little bit shorter, and I'm going to have a few of these sheer stripes. Maybe not as many, we'll see. So I'm going to be working on this. It's the Pisabachi skirt from the Confident Knitter. That's my friend Gwen Bortner. So I'm going to be working on that. And one other thing I want to show you, I made these shorts during my, I taught shorts for everybody on pattern review, and I was dying to cut this fabric out. This makes really comfortable shorts, although I'm a little worried I don't have a top that looks fabulous with it. I mean, I could wear it with black or white, but I really don't have any other options for these shorts, so I might be making or searching for fabric that will match this a little bit better than black or white so I can wear my shorts. But anyway, so that was something else I worked on. All right, I think that's going to do it for me today. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and like I said, I'll see you in 2 weeks. All right, and look for updates from ASG next weekend. Thank you so much, and have a nice weekend.